Slow it down.
Welcome to the Comm Pod, a deep dive into the people that make up the School of Communication at Chapman University in Orange, California.
Welcome to the Comm Pod, the podcast where we take a deep dive into the School of Communication at Chapman University in Orange, California, and learn about the people within it. I am your host, DJ Jimmy C., the Exoneree, and today's guest from the School of Communication is none other than Dr. Drew Moshier, Dean of Comm here at Chapman University. Welcome, Dr. Moshier. It is my honor and pleasure to have you here today. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. So I want to just inform my audience about how we met. We briefly met on campus, and that meeting led to us having an opportunity to have a wonderful conversation in your office. We met in your office, had a great time, and I was truly honored to have you there. Well, for you to be there, and I'm truly honored for you to be here today at Chapman Radio. So I'll begin by asking you, Dr. Moshier, if you can, let the audience and myself know what brought you here to Chapman University.
Yeah, there's kind of two parts to that. What brought me here and what kept me here. What brought me here, honestly, was personal life, the family. I was an academic, but we grew up, my wife and I both grew up in Southern California, so we really both felt we needed to be back here to be around our parents and our grandparents and folks as they were getting on. It was kind of clear they were going to need some help. So we decided to locate in Southern California. What kept me at Chapman is that this place, year on and year on, has just continued to be an interesting place where I feel like I can really make a mark. And we thought it was going to be kind of a temporary thing to come to Chapman, but it's been 27 years.
Wow, awesome. 27 years you've been here.
Yep.
27 years, wow. Just congratulations to all the success and everything you've done here at Chapman University. So if you could explain just in depth about what your experience at Chapman has been like throughout those 27 years, just give us a little brief background.
Yeah, well, Chapman has changed a lot in that time. And it's been exciting to be involved in that. So I was hired here as a computer scientist and mathematician. I was in the Department of Math and Computer Science and Physics. And a few years later, I started just for various reasons, I became chair of the department, stuck with that for a little more than 10 years, and I think built a really good math program especially, and strengthened the computer science program as well. So that was a lot of my early experience, and I don't know, I just try to go where I think I'm going to do some good and where I think there's an interesting challenge, and that's kind of the sum of what I've done. I don't know how to had a big plan. It's not like I plotted it all out.
Yes.
It's just you do what you do what's good. You do what you think is going to help.
That's awesome. I know you spoke about a few of those opportunities you created here at Chapman. Can you give us a little bit more in depth of what you've created here at Chapman University to further advance the School of Communication and to further assist the students? You've done so much. I just want the audience to know that you have created some very awesome things here at Chapman University.
Well, in Comm, I want to slightly correct you a little bit, because I think the faculty in Comm are the people who've been really creative about this stuff. And what I've done, I've only been at this job for about 9 months, is really try to be helpful and find resources when people come to me with a good idea. So I'm not going to take credit for having built really anything, but I am proud of the fact that I've been really supportive and helpful and getting things done. And I think Chapman Radio is a great example. This was really already a great organization. And DJ Curley.
DJ Curley.
DJ Curley over here. There you go. He did a remarkable job of finding the right people, the right experts to help him build out this studio, and it's just a great organization, really great studio. Infrastructure is wonderful. So that's a great example of something that the School of Comm has been doing that now I get to step in, and as dean, I could choose to take credit for it, or I could kind of admit that, no, wait a minute, it's not me, but I am really proud of it. And I want to help every possible way we can make it stronger. So that's just one example.
Thank you, Dr. Moshier, for your honesty and giving the accolades and the acknowledgement to the entire faculty. And I omitted letting everyone know we have DJ Curley with us here today. DJ Curley is a professor here at Chapman University, and I just want to let everyone know that DJ Curley has graciously graced us with his presence, and he's here today. You want to say hi, DJ Curley?
Good morning, DJ Jimmy C., the exoneree, and good morning, Dr. Moshier. It's great to be on air. And
I need a DJ tag.
do you have one?
No.
Already?
No.
Oh. So what we've learned here at Chapman Radio is that DJ names, you can't give yourself a DJ name.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I can't do it.
Here I am.
All right.
I give out names.
Jimmy C. is good at giving out names.
All right.
Do you have one brewing?
I have one probably at the end of the interview.
All right.
Right now, I have to let it marinate.
All right, yeah, fair enough. It has to ripen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Dr. Moshier. What is this your first time here at Chapman Radio, or
no.
have you been here before?
No, I've been here before. First time I was in here after the redo was over the summer, right? DJ Curley, I got to remember to call you that.
Just in this room.
In this room, it's DJ Curley, right?
That's right.
No, he invited me over to take a tour, and I saw what a great setup he's got and all that. So that was in the summer, and I was over here for another recording event sometime in the fall, I forget. And I've been over here. I live on the other side of campus, so I walk past here all the time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let me let you all know out there that we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with more questions for Dr. Moshier, and we'll also let you become more familiar with DJ Curley. Right back in 1 minute. Thank you.
Current breaking, trending, latest update today, live headline.
Wait,
Okay.
what did you just say?
All righty. Currently, this is the next segment in our wonderful interview here with Dr. Moshier. Of course, the purpose of this podcast is to introduce Chapman Communication Studies professors, lecturers, and staff to our audience, which consists of students, faculty, and all individuals interested. It's an honor to be a part of this meaningful podcast. So, Dr. Moshier, please share with our audience what your title entails and how you, as Dean of Comm, have helped to excel Chapman University as the leader in the School of Communication. If you can go a little bit.
Sure, yeah. Dean's kind of an interesting job. I kind of hinted at it a little while ago. Your first job is to take credit for absolutely every good thing that happens in your school, and like throw other people under the bus for all the bad stuff. That's if you can't do that, you probably shouldn't be dean. No, seriously, your job is really to several things. One is, I think the most important thing is to promote the good work that your students and faculty are doing to the rest of the university, especially. Because what comes from that is opportunities, sometimes funding and resources, sometimes opportunities for donors and people like that who are interested in helping to contribute to the school. So your first job is to really understand what's happening in the school, and then filter that and figure out, well, what's the message? How do you say that to people? How do you make sure that people know that this is a really creative, both creative and caring group of people? And I mean that for the faculty and the students. So that's a big part of the job, is just doing that kind of promotion. On the interior side, then your job is to be sort of the leader of saying, well, where do we need to go next? What kind of faculty do we need to try to require? How should we go about promoting ourselves and recruiting new students and things like that? So kind of the person who's trying to take the big picture. I think that's the real job of a dean.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And like you alluded to early, DJ Curley is very pivotal in the progression of Chapman School of Communications, and he and many other faculty members have been doing just such a wonderful job.
Yep.
And I know it's even a better opportunity you stepping in, and you've only been here 9 months, so that's just a testament to you've actually done a lot in those 9 months, and we're moving forward to doing some more positive things, and that includes enhancing Chapman Radio. We're gonna move Chapman Radio to another level, God willing.
Yep.
But it's just a blessing to have you here, and a blessing to be able to let all of the audience know, your humble beginnings here at Chapman University, some of our plans for the future, and just keeping things on a positive note. So with that said, Chapman University is definitely leading by example regarding diversity and inclusion in staff and students. What are ways you can further improve in support of diversity and inclusion in today's culture, specifically here at Chapman University?
Yeah. So there's kind of an inside baseball answer to that first. Our department is partnering, our school is partnering with a lot of other people on campus, including the Office of Diversity and Inclusion, to go after what's called a McNair grant. It's a really big deal. It's well over $1 million. They haven't really quite got the budget figured out exactly. I think it's $1.5 million at this point. Really concentrating on first generation and underrepresented students and their opportunities to go on to graduate school. And Dr. Sarah LaBelle, who's on our faculty, is going to be the principal investigator for that. So she's really taking the lead on that project, but it's a university-wide project. So that is, I'm really proud of that fact. I'm really happy that I'm supporting it. And I think that's going to be a game changer for the university if we get that grant. And I think we have a really strong case. So that's a little inside, but I think it's a really important strategic move for us.
Well, we want to give shouts out to Dr. Sarah LaBelle.
Yeah,
We want
absolutely.
to give shouts out to Dr. Sarah LaBelle. Let her and all of the faculty here know that we are supporting you. We're behind you. And we want to let you know that we believe we're going to get this done. And it's just a testament to where we're going here in the 21st century here at Chapman University, 2022 and beyond. And it's been my pleasure asking these tough questions. I know these questions haven't been completely kind of easy for you, but
No.
just giving you an opportunity to share with the audience.
Well, look, I want to emphasize that just getting a grant doesn't do the job, right? But the fact that the university is putting really serious resources into going for it means that the university itself is thinking about this very deeply in a way that I don't think I've seen in past years. So so I think that's the real point. It isn't, do you get this grant or do you not get this grant necessarily? It'd be great if we did. But the real point is that it signals that Chapman is taking this very, very seriously and that there are resources being put to it.
Yes, thank you for that. So we're going to take a short break. This concludes this segment of Currently. And we're going to take a short break and come right back and get you all in the hot seat with Dr. Moshier.
Is it getting hot in here?
Yeah, it definitely is. But I didn't touch the heat, did you?
No, but now that I look at our guest, it looks like their seat's on fire.
It definitely is. Is it time for the hot seat?
Hold on. Goddamn heart rate's about 130.
Okay, we're back and we're ready for the hot seat with Dr. Moshier. So, Dr. Moshier, I'm going to start off with these hot seat questions. And this segment of the show really involves a series of random questions I'll choose. Please answer the questions as quick as possible. And my first question to you is, what is the last book that you read?
It is Till We Have Faces by C.S. Lewis.
Till We Have Faces. You guys remember that, C.L. Lewis. My next question, hot seat. What is your favorite food?
Okay, this is very specific. Taquitos from Cielito Lindo on Alvera Street.
Oh, wow.
North end of Alvera Street.
Ooh.
I was just there this weekend.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
2 weekends ago.
You guys, stay tuned. We're gonna give you some feedback on that restaurant.
Listen, folks, these people invented the taquito. I'm not
Okay.
kidding. I'm actually not kidding.
All right. What is your favorite pastime?
Travel. It's got to be travel.
Awesome.
Sightseeing.
Awesome.
Well, actually, the second answer, which is doing math, which
Okay.
is totally nerdy.
All right.
But yes.
All right. No problem. What is your favorite city and why?
L.A.
Wow.
Because I grew up there.
That's right.
It's my city.
City of Angels.
You bet.
There it is. Thank
You
you. So, what is the favorite season? What is the favorite time of the year for you, and why?
You know, I think this time of year is my favorite. When it starts, it's not. What I like is actually June gloom. Believe it or not,
June
I like
gloom.
that May June when it's just a little bit gray, but not too cold, not too hot.
Yes.
For me, that's a real sweet spot.
Awesome. Awesome. So, my next question is: tell us something about you that we don't already know.
Well, that's a long list.
Wow. Give us
I'm a
short
man
one.
of mystery, so you know. I play bassoon.
Wow.
How's that?
How long have you been playing?
Since I was 5th grade.
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah.
Youngin.
Yeah.
Okay. And my
I
last
started
question.
out as a music major, and I played
oh.
bassoon in the orchestras
How
and stuff
about
like
it?
that.
What else don't we know? I mean, music major. You've got a lot of things in the in the old vault.
Yeah, I'm going to keep some for later. How about
All
that?
right, we'll keep some for later. So last question: how do you see our world in regard to communication?
Oh, man. So we have seen in the last 2 years, especially, just wild failures of communication. So I think we have got to figure out how to communicate better, more effectively, more truthfully. All of those things are so important to how the world works that to me, this is another one of those secrets, is that I started out thinking I was going to be a linguist, somebody working in natural language, and I've always been interested in philosophy of language and all that works. I just found that my skill set was in the direction of formal stuff, mathematics. But I've always cared about how in the world language works. Because to me, it's pretty dang close to a miracle that we can communicate at all. So I think the study of communication ought to be central to all of our intellectual lives, no matter what field you work in. If you're a historian, how do you communicate history to people? If you're a mathematician, how do you write a proof? That's communication about some facts that you've got. So communication is absolutely central to everything we do at a university and, frankly, everything that goes on in the world.
In the world.
Yeah. So studying it carefully, understanding it, both from a kind of sociological point of view, but also from a kind of philosophical and rhetorical point of view, I think all of that is just pivotal to how we're going to get along in the world.
Awesome. Thank you for that. So this concludes this segment of Hot Seat Rapid Fire. We'll be right back in a few seconds, and we'll talk about story time.
Story of my life. Now this is a story. Story of my life.
The purpose of this segment is to tell us a specific story about your brief time here at Chapman University. And our guest today, Dr. Moshier, will answer about 3 or 4 questions relating to that. My first question to you, Dr. Moshier, is what drew you to Chapman University in specific terms?
Yeah, I kind of alluded to that earlier. It was really just kind of personal life and personal needs. Wanting to be in the academy. My wife has been great. I could have done other things, and she kind of knew I ought to be a professor, and she's been so totally supportive of that all of our lives. But we also needed to be in Southern California to take care of our aging grandparents and things like that. So Chapman was a place where we could do both. I could be what I wanted to be and what my wife seemed to think I should be, and we could still take care of family in the right way. So that's what got us here.
Hey, thank you for that answer. Family is always first.
You bet.
Man, that's what's up. So my next question to you would be, what has been your most challenging moment thus far at Chapman? They haven't been that many, but just give us the only one that has been.
Yeah, that's a hard question. Because there've been a lot of interesting challenges. I think taking opportunities to change the math department and make it really now a world-class program in two particular areas of mathematics. That was a real challenge, and I don't think I'm done yet. In fact, I know I'm not. I'm really working on getting another colleague here. So, yeah, I think that's been and that's kind of a long-term challenge. It's not like one thing that just kind of there's a crisis, but it's like an interesting long-term challenge. How do you build something?
Awesome. So if you can, let us know what's been your most rewarding moment thus far at Chapman. I know you've had a lot of rewarding moments. You know, you've done a lot to bring things in and work with these fine individuals, all faculty. But give us just one rewarding and defining moment for you here at Chapman.
Well, you know, the one that comes to mind right now is that we have just hired a new faculty member in Comm, Dr. Vicki Katz.
Let's go, Doc.
That's the first time I've been a dean and been on that hiring process at that end of things.
Yes.
Definitely.
Dr. Vicki Katz.
You're going to love her.
Yes.
So that was the first time I'd ever done that end of this thing. I've been on search committees and all kinds of stuff, but I've never been the one to close the deal with a faculty member to get them to come here. And for the first one, my first experience being one that was just like unequivocally terrific, right? Every step of it was really great. So I have to say that's got to be one of my most rewarding moments, just because, like I said, I've done a lot of other things, but I've never been the guy to close the deal before. So this is a really great one.
I'm just going to say this is the first of many yet to come.
I hope so.
But a big congratulations again to Dr. Vicki Katz, and let's give her a shout out. Yes. My last question to you in this segment would be, who has been your greatest influencer? This goes back now. You can go back all the way back.
Yeah, you bet. This is going to be, again, man, there's a lot of people, right?
Yes.
You know, I can think of my music teacher, Mr. Christensen. He was amazing. Mr. Bridgers, a PE coach, amazing man. But I think I have to say my wife. Awesome. I think that's unequivocally right. That's the one.
Can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
Shout out to my wife out there, yeah. The Honorable Leslie Abrams Gardner. Hey, baby. Okay, that's enough for that segment. And we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come right back to Mind Melt. So you all just get a quick drink of water or a quick snack or something, and we'll be right back in a few seconds.
Are you ready to have your mind melted?
Posing odd. Okay, here we go. This is our final segment with Dr. Moshier. And this is where we try to go into another philosophical level and ask questions regarding our guests. So the questions I have for you today, Dr. Moshier, they're going to be very, very simple, plain. And I'd like for you to just kind of just think about it a little bit, you know, see how it marinates inside, and just give us what we want to hear. You know, the truth, and just lay it out there. My first question to you today would be, in Mind Melt, is what everyday action would be funnier if you did a tennis grunt every time you performed it?
Oh, look, everything is funnier when you do a tennis grunt, so yeah.
So what everyday action would be funnier?
You're really going to ask me to nail it down?
Yeah, I'm going to ask you to nail it down. I need something specific. Something specific.
All right. Ending my lecture.
Awesome.
I think actually I might have to start. I'll try that this afternoon. I got a test today, so maybe not today.
All right, here we go. What is one of your favorite quotes out of the many?
I'm going to draw a blank on that. I'm not
Got a
good
little
at.
time.
I'm not good at quotes. I
No?
don't. Yeah.
Well, give us one give us something that you think may be a good quote, something that you have lived by.
Yeah.
What do you live by? What do you base your life on? It's easy. Hey, do the right thing. Family is first.
Right. So golden rule is certainly one, right?
Golden rule.
Do unto
There it
others
is.
as you would have them do unto you. Absolutely.
You can't
I know
go
that's
wrong.
kind of a lame. That's not very
No.
pithy, but
No, it's very very important
But it's
in
real.
today's
It's real.
society. It's real.
Yeah.
And I would hope that our audience agrees with that. So my next question would be, if you could only wear a black shirt with white text on it for the rest of your life, what would that shirt say on it?
I have a friend who has a T-shirt that says "This sentence is false" on his front of his T-shirt. Now think about that.
I'm assuming you got something related to math, though. Yeah, I mean,
It is related to math and language.
Okay.
If this sentence is false,
if this
is
sentence
true,
it's true.
then it's false.
Wow.
Which means it's true.
Oh my goodness, profound.
I have a friend who actually has that T-shirt.
I'm gonna have to get a
Yeah.
replica of that. Or get that in. I keep T-shirts, by the way. I love T-shirts. For the audience out there, I love T-shirts. I have oh my God, I have probably hundreds of T-shirts. I just love them. I love being able to just store them. I don't wear them all, but maybe one day. My next question.
I could have answered Chapman Radio, but
Now wait a minute. Now hold on. We're standing here and we don't even recognize the Chapman Radio T-shirt. You got to show this. Move the mic. This has to be seen. There you go. This is the Chapman Radio shirt. Man, look, this is iconic, and this shirt's probably a year old. I'm standing here.
It's brand new.
Is it brand new?
This shirt's brand new.
Yeah.
I just got it this week.
I think I need to get you one like they're so new.
Yeah.
Well, as DJ Jimmy C, the exoneree, I'm
This is
looking
slightly
for the
different design than
T-shirt.
yours, right?
Wait a minute.
Mine's the old school style.
Now wait a minute. We got DJ Curly here, sitting here with this awesome Chapman Radio shirt. You gotta let everyone check it out, DJ Curly. There. Oh my goodness, look at you. Oh man, and of course we're all Chapman. So I decided to say, hey, it's Chapman Day. We got to be Chapman. Here we are. But I look forward to each of these shirts being presented to me probably within the next few days or something. Let me get to my next question. And this is my next question for you, Dr. Moshier. If there was only one cause that you could support in our world, what would that cause be and why?
I am committed to and involved in increasing better educational opportunities for every kid that we can get to. So I'm a member of a board of a charter school, and that's one of our chief commitments. So that's definitely high on my list.
You can't go wrong with that one.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that one. Man, education is so important.
Yeah.
Once we inform our youths, give everyone opportunities to be informed and have an opportunity to have good choices.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yep.
My next question would be to you, if you were king or ruler, how would you bring about world peace?
That's a funny question this week, isn't it? Yeah, probably get rid of a few people who are causing problems right now.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
We're not going to mention any names.
Well, no.
Well, we know,
No.
though.
Yeah.
We already know. Thank you for that honesty. And my last question to you would be, if you were leader of the free world, what would be your solution to ending homelessness? This is a major crisis here in California, throughout our world.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I mean, like I said, LA is my favorite city because it is my city, and it's really tragic what you see when you go down to downtown Los Angeles. It's really
Horrible.
Yeah, and it's embarrassing as an Angelino. I think this can't be my city. So you've asked me a really upsetting question because this is really dear to my heart. I think what we absolutely have to do is put more resources into mental health, and also into drug problems and making sure that people get the help they need. Because a lot of those folks out there aren't there because they chose to be out there. It's a lot of other stuff that's happened to them. And that doesn't mean they're off the hook, because sometimes a lot of those folks do pretty bad things to people. But you've got to take this as a whole problem, not just they're the bad guys and we're the good guys. That's just never going to work. So,
awesome answer. And like you said, it's just horrible. It's a very horrible situation.
Yeah.
But I want to let everyone know that this is going to conclude today's segment of Comm. I hate to say goodbye, but this has been a very, very special episode and very, very wonderful interview you've given us, Dr. Moshier. DJ Curley, thank you for being a part of this wonderful opportunity to enlighten our audience of Chapman. Do you have any parting words?
No, just that Jimmy C's doing great.
Yep.
Every episode's better, and yeah, I really enjoyed sitting here and being your assistant producer and making this thing go.
yeah, it's fun.
Thank you all so much. And that wraps it up for our day. It's truly been great speaking with you. Thank you very much. And please make sure to follow us on Spotify and Instagram at the Comm. Also follow me at JC Gardner Speaks. That's hashtag JC Gardner Speaks on all your social media outlets. And you can also listen to me at Chopping It Up with Jimmy C. That podcast is on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and YouTube. This is DJ Jimmy C, the Exoneree, signing off with the Comm. Peace.